Hello everyone, and welcome to this video Some Frontier video. My name is Jay Wakefield, and today I'm going to be covering something that has probably been covered before, but that not many people seem to touch upon. Now, first of all, I want to introduce you to this. Now, this is a Packard Bell something. Literally, it's a Packard Bell something. I don't know what it is, but I completely forgot, and yeah. Now, what this is, it's a Packard Bell system that I was given as part of the, well, it was one of the 4 desktop base units that I was given last week. Now, when I got the system, it had all the drives still in there. So what I did is I just added a power supply, which, to be honest, is not exactly the most appropriate one, but it works. And it seems to be okay. I checked the voltages and what have you. And now I'm wanting to make this machine usable. Thing is, though, it still has all the previous owner's data. Now, I could sit here and pish and moan all about how the previous owner should have deleted their data or destroyed the hard disk or something like that. Now, destroying hard disks, I'm on the fence about, because while that is the only way to guarantee the safe restoration, the safe destruction of data, it kind of means there's one less hard disk in the world. So, if you want to preserve the hard disk, and you want to remove your data, how do you go about it? Well, a lot of people don't even reformat and reinstall the operating system, but even if they did, that's not going to do it. What you need is something that will secure erase your data. What you need is something like D-Band's Boot and Nuke. Now, if you come over to, if you follow me over here to my main machine, what you need to do is go to dband.org and then click the download button. And what we want is the business version, the home version, D-Band. Blanco is a paid-for version, and it's actually quite expensive. And, well, there's other versions. In fact, I believe you can get a version for floppy disks. So, you know, even your old 486 can be blanked as well. Now, what you need to do is download the file. And then once it's downloaded, use something like ImageBurn. It'll download itself as an ISO. I'm not going to download it because I have a copy. But it'll download itself as an ISO. And you can use ImageBurn or something like ImageBurn to burn it to a CD. It's, I probably should do a wee video on how to use ImageBurn at some point. I think I probably will. But it's easy enough to actually follow, literally, what you do. Install ImageBurn, and then, you know, you start it up, and then click the option that says Create CD from Image, and select the downloaded ISO of D-Band. Now I have my copy here, D-Band Boot and Nuke. What we're going to do is we're going to pop it in the machine's DVD drive, and then we're going to get out of Windows. Sorry, I've been trying to reactivate the original restore partition, but couldn't. And now the machine is, well, I could put it back to how it was, but what's the point? The version of Windows 7 on this is not the most legitimate piece of software I've ever came across in the world, so sadly, it's got to go. So this is taking a while. What I'll do, just to save time, I'll power the machine off and then back on again. Now, you'll want to boot from the CD-ROM. Different machines have different ways of doing it. This is a Packard Bell, and you press F8 to boot from the CD-DVD-ROM drive. It's a very Asus thing to do, is that? And it would be, well, it's kind of, it's kind of funny that it is an Asus thing, because this is an Asus board in here. So I've inserted the disc in the bottom drive, the master drive, the Pioneer DVD RW drive. So what I will do, I think I have anyway. So if I've selected the right drive, which I'm starting to question whether I have. No, I didn't. So we're going to have to try that again. Let's try first sleeve. So let's try to read from the disc. Try it. Good if it would. What if it could? Now I know this. I know at least the bottom drives work because I've actually been using it. Let's try cleaning the disc. Oh, not you. All right. I'll tell you what. Let's try the top drive. Alright, we don't need that. Third time's a charm. I can hear spinning. Ah, right, okay. So I'll give you a warning. Warning, the software irrecoverably destroys data. The software is provided without any warranty, without even the implied warranty of merchantability or fitness for a particular purpose. In no event shall the software authors or contributors be liable for any damages arising from the use of this software. This software is provided as is. Now, while I'm on the subject, I too do not accept any liability for what you do with this software. You know, it's up to you whether you choose to kind of follow this video. You know, obviously, data deletion comes with all kinds of dangers, and it does actually do a lot of writing to the hard disk. You know, so I reckon if you know, if the hard disk is going to die, it'll probably be, you know, during that read-write, you know, sequence of D-band's deletion techniques. So it's up to you. But we're going to use it on this. Now you've got a few options. Press F2 to learn about D-band. Press the F3 for a list of quick commands. Press the F4 key to read the RAID disclaimer. Press the Enter key to start D-band in interactive mode. Press Auto Nuke at this prompt to start D-band in automatic mode. Auto Nuke, love it. We're just going to start it in automatic mode. So, Darik's booting Nuke. Now, this is actually based on a Linux kernel, so, you know, you will kind of see all this writing coming up as it actually searches for, you know, different types of drivers. Now, I'm not sure how well this actually copes with SATA. Now, I have used it with SATA devices in the past, but I can't remember if I have to use it in AHCI mode or IDE mode or legacy mode or whatever they call it. Alright, okay, so it's found the hard disk, not a problem. Now, there's all sorts of things that you can do. So if we type M for method, we've got quick arrays, which will basically absolutely do nothing. It'll fills the drives with zeros. Note that the rounds option does not apply to this method. This method always runs one round. Use this method to blank disks before internal redeployment or before reinstalling Microsoft Windows to remove the data areas that the format utility preserves. Then you've got the Royal Canadian Mounted Police Technical Security Standard for Information Technology Appendix OPS 2 Media Sanitization. This implementation with regards to paragraph 2 section A of the standard uses a pattern that is one random byte and that is changed each round. And then here's the default one, DoD short, the American Department of Defense 5220.22-M short wipe. This method is composed of passes 1, 2, and 7 from the standard wipe. And then there's the standard wipe. This implementation uses the same algorithm as the Heidi eraser product. I don't know who Heidi is, but okay. And then you've got the Gutmann wipe. This is the method described by Peter Gutmann in the paper entitled Secure Deletion of Data from Magnetic and Solid State Memory. And then you've got PRNG stream. This method fills the device with a stream from the PRMG. It is probably the best method to use on a modern hard disk drive because encoding schemes vary. This method has a medium security level with 4 rounds and a high security level with 8 rounds. And you can do a different number of passes. So I'm going to use the Department of Defense short. If you type R for round, this is the number of times to run the wipe method on each device. So you can actually choose to run it multiple times. So, I'm gonna just go for the default setting. Now, I need to actually select the disk that I actually want to wipe. And to do that, I would use the up and down arrows, if there was more than the one volume here, and then press the spacebar to select it. And as you'll see, what was an empty placeholder now contains the word wipe. Now to start the wiping process, press the F10 key, and it will actually do passes 1, 2, and 7. Like I said, from the standard the standard arrays, the standard wipe. So, what will happen is, once this is finished, it will actually come up with a wee advert for Blanco products, and once that appears, well, actually, no, it'll actually tell you if it's, at first it'll tell you if the drive has successfully been erased, and if it has, it will actually, and then when you press enter, it'll come up with an advert for Blanco products, at which point you can actually, well, I think it doesn't seem to support Control-Alt-Delete, so you actually have to power down the machine to power it back up again. And on doing so, you'll find that the drive is completely clean, or as completely clean as a short wipe will make it. But suffice it to say, I mean, it would take a lot longer for a would-be hacker to actually be able to query the hard disk for data. And because I've got this machine, because I got this machine from someone else, and it's my intention to pass it on, I really don't want to be passing on people's data. In fact, I don't even want to be looking at it. If I actually look at an old machine, if I actually look at an old machine's data, I will usually do so. Well, I won't really look at the data on it. If I look at a machine's operating system, that may be currently installed, I'll usually only do so to collect information about the device drivers it has, the devices it has, just kind of things like that. And then I usually go and reformat it, because I like to have my own install on a machine. I just kind of feel more comfortable knowing about the install, knowing where it's come from. I like to know that, I've been able to do it. And in any case, this DBAN, should actually, get rid of any nasties. So I know, it should be, I know that the machine should actually work. Once I've actually, what am I trying to do? What am I trying to say? Yeah, I know that the machine should actually, be safe to actually use and to put, install my flash drive with and what have you, once I've actually installed it. So, with that said, this is going to take some time. I mean, all the time I've been talking while this has been running, it's only done 1.2324%. And 1.25%. The thing is, this will take some time. This will take hours. If not a day. So normally when I kid on about go make yourself a cup of tea while this happens, go make yourself a full 3-course meal, eat it, go get the ingredients, make yourself a full 3-course meal, eat the 3-course meal, have a glass of something nice, even if it's just juice or something, or, rose water, things like that. Wash up after said 3-course meal, and maybe have a wee nap, because that's how long it's probably going to take. Obviously, these things do vary based on, hard disk sizes and, how fast your computer is. Because this is a 200 gig disk, I'm imagining it's going to take quite some time. So, I will just leave this to do what it has to do, and I'll be back once it's finished. Okay, so now it's a few hours later. I had some dinner. I actually did a couple of things, had some dinner, and took a nap. And now we're at this screen. It's saying DBAN succeeded. All selected disks have been wiped. Hardware clock operation start date. Saturday, January the 10th. 16/32/10/2015. So that's 32 minutes past 4 in the evening. For all you Americans out there. And it finished at actually finished at 9. Hang on, no, it finished at 21:59:39. So that's 9:59 p.m. So I would say that took about 5 hours and nearest damn it 27 minutes, which is about right. And then it's saying pass ATA disk ST3222AS 3.01 186 gigabyte for J141SK. Press any key to continue. And as promised earlier, Blanco offers more for business. Smartphone and tablet erasure. I like erasure. They're pretty good. Storage device and server platforms and beyond. Detailed reporting. And automated process. Blanco. Certified data erasure. And it gives you numbers for USA, UK, Germany, international. The website www.blanco.com, and then sales@blanco.com is their email address. Now, how do I know that this has been successful? Whoops. First of all, I need to remove my D-Ban CD. Now, as I promised earlier, Control-Alt-Delete will not work. I instead actually have to power down the computer, as in kind of force it to power off. And then power it back on. As you can see, it's not found anything, so it's gone straight to try and boot from Pixie Boot. And that failed. Funnily enough, it's saying disk boot failure, insert system disk and press enter. So do you know what? I think we will. Just make sure it's the right one. Let the disk spin up a wee bit. So what I'm going to do now is I'm actually going to load in a Windows CD, and I can actually show you that the hard disk is completely partitionless. And yes, it has pained me greatly to wave goodbye to the OEM partition. I really did want to be able to restore from it, but I couldn't. So, yeah. And in these situations, it's better. I mean, if you can go into your recovery manager, in these situations, it's a good idea. If you want to factory restore it, the best thing to try and do is to make a recovery CD-ROM, you know, using the computer's recovery manager, well, recovery DVD set, and then, you know, once that's been done, deban the machine, and then use the recovery CD to actually recreate the recovery partition. Usually the computer will let you do that. I know on my old Advent laptop that was the case. Now, yes, I am going into Windows Vista. This is not something I would normally do, but that's what the machine has a CD key for, so that's what we're going to go for. I hate to do it, but... Home Premium Ultimate, right. Upgrade has been disabled. To upgrade, start installation from Windows. That's going to be a slight problem, because if we have a wee look at the hard disk, disk 0, unallocated space. So as you can see, it is completely blank. So, that is the hard disk blanked. And with that, that concludes this video. I hope you've enjoyed it, and I hope you've taken away something from it. Just remember, unfortunately, I can't be held liable for any data loss or any damage, physical or mental, to any computer equipment or any humans operating the computer equipment or anything like that. I'm really, really sorry. I just can't be held any responsible for anything bad or even good that comes out of debanning your computer. You know, following this video, you do so at your own risk. Anyway, now that I've got all the cold-hearted stuff out of the way, really sorry I had to say that, but yeah, just don't have money to be held liable. But I hope you've all enjoyed this video. If you have, please feel free to subscribe, and you know, please feel free also to like us on Facebook and to read my website. The URLs will follow. But for now, thank you for watching this video, and I hope you'll all join me for the next one.